This is the dresser we picked up from Goodwill when we were down in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we're going to get rid of some of the modern look, do a fun ombre finish on it, and number the drawers.
You know me, mid-century modern really isn't my thing, but for $15 I'm willing to accept the challenge and turn it into something farmhouse.
And these drawers are built really well.
This is a nice dresser.
It's not even like worn out, you know, sometimes you get them and they're hammered. All the slides are worn out.
So because we're going ombre and we are planning on eventually numbering these drawers, we want to make sure that they're going in the order we want them. We did actually do the switcheroo. This was the second drawer and we moved it up top because it's divided and it does fit fine, so we'll leave it that way. We want this one to stay up here, makes the most sense, socks, underwear, whatever. I think I wrote that backwards.
To fill these holes where the old knobs used to be, we're using Bondo all-purpose putty, and I like to mix it up on a scrap piece of wood and then just throw the wood away because it's going to basically ruin whatever you put it on unless you have like a silicone mat or something that you don't care about. It's best to use this in a well-ventilated area. Respirators are recommended. It has strong smells. So here I'm just adding the cream hardener. It's a pretty good size glob of it, so I'm gonna add quite a bit. And once you get this mixed up, you've got to work pretty fast because that cream hardener does its job. It will harden up and be sandable in about 5 to 10 minutes. So when I'm putting this on, I will leave the spot a little high. That way I can sand it down flush and I don't have a divot. So I'm just working it down into the hole. And then, like I said, leave it a little raised above the surface of the drawer. That'll sand down pretty quick and easy. We've got a little bit of prep work on this dresser left to do before we start painting. While I wait for the drawers to dry on the Bondo, I've just got some 220 grit on my random orbital sander. This is a DeWalt 3-amp sander. I love it. It's been pretty much bulletproof. We use it every day. I've got some gouges on the side here. Either someone dragged it or transportation. May have even been me bringing it back from New Mexico. We're gonna smooth those out because this dresser is really nice, clean lines, and we don't want to see those. We're not going to be doing distressing like over here sideways to cover that up. So we're going to smooth that out and then we'll go ahead and get the drawers finished and get the ombre paint on there. I'm not going to do a ton of shellac. I'm not super worried about it since we're going with a dark color, but I do have these reddish tones and I'm worried they'll create kind of like an island of discoloration in the weathered wood color if I don't shellac them. So I'm just going to hit them with one coat real quick. The Bondo's all dry. I'm going back to 220 grit. That way I don't cause any divots or gouges with the heavier 80 grit. We want to just leave this as smooth and flush as we can. We're going to be spraying the base of this in DIY weathered wood, and it's going to give us like a nice kind of grayish brown tone that's on the darker side. And then that way we can work the ombre up from there. It should make those drawers really stand out. I've got the paint mixed up in my central pneumatic HVOP. I use a 20-ounce hopper. It's 3-part paints to 1 part water. With the DIY paint, I also add 2 extra tablespoons of water to help thin it out. Since it's clay-based, it's a little thicker. With paints other than DIY, I usually do a 3-part paint, 1 part water, and just leave it right there at that.
So we're gonna go ahead and brush these drawers. We're starting out with Little Black Dress, Weathered Wood, Layered Chocolate, Prairie Gray, Sandy Blonde, and we're ending in White Swan. We've got 6 brushes clean, so I can just get this knocked out. We did go ahead and wipe these drawers down, so that way all the dust and any dirt is removed off of here, but no like heavy sanding or any prep other than just sanding off the Bondo and wiping it down.
So we're doing 2 black ones because I had the order messed up. The top drawer is supposed to be white and we painted it black originally. So Jamie's gonna paint this one black and I'll spray that one white and we'll just swap the numbers out.
Take 2 on this. We decided to switch up the direction of the ombre. I like it ending with a white on the top. So I don't really even know why we numbered the drawers because they're all going in different holes. So hopefully they're all the same size.
They are. They work. I've tested them.
Okay.
It's time to distress the drawers and then we'll distress the base of the dresser, seal it, and put the hardware on and it'll be all done. We were gonna do apothecary pulls, but we're one short and I don't wanna order another set off of Amazon or wait. So Jamie went down and picked these up at Home Depot. They're just cup pulls. We were thinking about painting them black, but we actually think that the shiny chrome will look good on this mid-century modern style dresser. So what I've done is I've just taken an old scrap piece of wood and made a template. I've measured out where I want my holes to be. I'm just gonna set this down right here. That way I get every single drawer the same. Then to do the other side and make sure that it's the same distance, you flip it and I'll just clamp this down again. I'm just using my fingers to make sure it's flush on the edges. Luckily all these drawers are the same size, so it will work on every single drawer. I always drill my holes a little bit oversized. That way I've got a little wiggle room just in case I'm off on my measurement just slightly so that it's not so tight and you've got some room to maneuver these screws in here and just line everything up nice and perfect. So originally when we were like, hey, let's paint this ombre, I wanted to do a brown casing on the outside of the frame of the dresser, and Jamie was gonna do pink ombre on the drawers. And then
I was never gonna do brown on the outside and pink in the middle. That was never a thing.
That's what I wanted to do. But then I was like, listen, you're trying to go with this neutral black, white, brown, gray theme going on in the shop. Let's do this. And it still has a little bit of its mid-century modern, but we distressed the edges and I feel like it really works.
I feel like it's a little mantique chic.
That's why I like it.
That's what we're gonna call it. It'll look good in the shop. I'm not like 100%, like I probably wouldn't put this in my room, but I would totally put it in like a teenage boy's bedroom, or you know, just kind of depends on the decor, and it'll look great in the shop.
I feel like it'd be good in like an entryway or something.
Yeah, no, and it also pays homage to the mid-century. We thought about numbering the drawers, but once we got it complete, we realized that that was a little bit too farmhouse, so we just kept it simple the way that it is, and I like the way it turned out.
Yeah.
If you're interested in achieving a similar look on a project you've got going on, be sure to go to JamiRayVintage.com, click that DIY paint link, and you can pick up every product that we showed you how to use today. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Hit the subscribe button.